Close here shortly, so let's talk about another jean and another only airing all day, because this is the only DG2 show of the day. This is a really cool, look at the embroidery that's done at the cargo pockets on the side. That is so cool. Now this one is the new classic stretch, so order yours true to size. It is numeric sizing, so 0 through 24 women's, and here again, love this. We have petite, 29 inches, 32 inches in average, and then 35 in the tall. Here's your chambray, and here's your mid-tone. These are awesome. I am so, this, even at $69.95, that was a good deal for these. This is a steal.
And by the way, these are only a couple of weeks old. This is one of my favorite jeans from the February collection. It was only on air one time, and I think 1,500 of them or 1,600 of them went out the door at $69.95. So if you saw the presentation a couple of weeks ago and you fell in love with this jean, if you're shopping with us today, it's the right place, right time. So this is a flare. This is the first flare of 2024 that we brought to HSN. And it's the first time we've ever done a cargo pocket on a flare, Callie. And I'll tell you the inspiration. About a year ago, I went to a presentation at Saks Fifth Avenue for the Christian Dior spring collection for this year. So it was last year. I saw a preview of the spring collection, and they had done all these incredible embroidered denim jackets with butterflies and what we call toile, you know, like that French kind of toile embroidery. Christian Dior has been doing toile for 50 years, you know, maybe more. So what's incredible is we were inspired by those jackets. I sent pictures to our team, and this is the way they interpreted it. They embroidered the cargo only on this jean, and we've never done that before. But what really excited me is the way this embroidery came out. If you guys can get really close, the level of detail, the beautiful monochromatic story that we're telling with this embroidery is some of the prettiest I think we've ever done. And I love when you have a texture like this that's very subtle and very monochromatic, not too in your face, not colorful. Anyone can wear this cargo jean. And to put a cargo on a flare is really what's happening right now in fashion. So this is a pull-on, even though it looks like a fully functioning jean. The button is there as a finishing element. It's not there as a function, but your pockets do function on this front and back. It's our new little pocket shape in the back with the clipped edges, and you have a nice little dart, and the flare is fantastic. From the knee down, it kicks out a little bit and curves. So it's a little bit more than our boot cut, but not dramatic. It's not an elephant bell. And I just think this is fresh and exciting and beautiful. And I love that if you got this the first time around at $69.95, in one color, maybe you're coming back for a second color, because these are incredible. My favorite new jean of February. I know we're in March now, but this was only a couple weeks ago.
Here's the indigo to show you the difference in the, you know, the color of even just the embroidery, and they both do have a different kind of vibe and personality, as is the case with, you know, different washes and finishes with denims, but especially with the contrast stitching being a little bit more of a copper. This snap is a little bit more copper. The embroidery is actually real embroidery, by the way. That's not stamped on.
Isn't it incredible?
That is literally embroidered, and you can see even underneath the flap, it's finished off. So all those details. Let me see if I can pull the pocket so you can see the individual threads. That's the embroidery that you're getting here on something that really is. This is fashion forward. I love being
Very cool.
first to show a different look out there, right?
And you know what's cool, Callie, is the placement of our cargo is really nice because it kind of caresses and kisses over the thigh. It's not placed at the high point, so it doesn't add any volume. It wraps around the leg line, so it makes it a little bit more kind of mitered and more styled, and it kind of blends into the thigh area better, I think, the way that we designed it. And what I love about this embroidery, we actually did all of our enzyme washing and finishing after the embroidery was done. So the edge of the embroidery gets a little bit of that darker indigo, and we do use natural indigo dye. So it's a more expensive process, but you can really see how elevated and fantastic. What I said about this jean the first time around is, even if you're not a floral person, even if you're not an embroidery person, you can wear this embroidery and this floral because it's extremely subtle and it's very sophisticated. And I think you're going to absolutely love the silhouette of this jean. You know, cargo is back in a big, big way, but there's a right and wrong way to do it. It's hard sometimes because, you know, sometimes you put a cargo jean on and you feel lumpy and dumpy and not very tailored. This is very tailored and very sophisticated, and I love, love, love the tones on this. Pull
I
on and
couldn't
go.
agree more. Yeah, pull on and go. Good point. This is a faux zip, faux fly. So it really is very flattering, throughout the midsection, and then the stretch you get around the hips and the upper thigh. See how it kind of breaks at the knee and becomes more of that flared jean, but not so much that it's inappropriate for women of a certain age, and I include myself in that category. You can totally pull this off, and I think it just shows a lot of who you are as a person. That's the thing about fashion, is that we can show through our style what kind of personality we have, or how we think, and how we, approach life. Something like this, if you're one of those wannabe trendsetters and just like to be a little different from the masses, I love you for that. And this may be a great choice for you. So here's your indigo. And here's, or are we calling it mid-tone? Mid-tone, and this is your chambray. I'll remind you again, numeric sizing 0 through 24 women's, and then lengthwise, these are the tall ones. Once again, petite is 29 inches, average is 32, and tall is 35. I love that we've got you tall gals covered. I've always felt like I'm only 5'9", but if you're taller than that, you probably felt like everybody forgets about me. 35 inches is a nice long drink of water, tall drink of water. These are the tops. This is the top that we see on Andressa, and I do love, we've got Final Call sending out on that beautiful rayon top, that more of that squared neckline with the detailed sleeves, the fun tassel. We have the hot pink, we have the teal, and we have it in the black. So all that being said, we've got one more quick reminder before our time with you has already come to an end. I love talking fashions with you, Sam. It gets me excited for the new season that we're broken.